We're going to start with the best man.
My name is John, and I have the rare pleasure of saying I am the brother-in-law of Alison, and nothing else really comes to mind. But in reality, I've called this guy my brother for about 29 years and some odd months. It's been a real pleasure, and it's kind of the tradition for the best man to tell some kind of embarrassing anecdote or story, and I have plenty. I could have told the story about the time he tore my favorite t-shirt off me and left just a little elastic band around my neck. I could have told the story about the time he fell down the stairs and performed a perfect cartwheel while doing it. Or I could have told the story about the time he went to a tanning bed and tried to tan nude. That's the nuclear option. We're not going to go there tonight. I think the story that I wanted to tell was one that happened many, many years ago. We were in church one Thanksgiving morning for a Thanksgiving service, obviously. And one of the parts of this particular service, they passed around notes, little pieces of notebook paper for everybody to write on there the thing they were most thankful for. And most people wrote health, family, that the troops were back from Desert Storm. Like I said, this was a while ago. And I even wrote something along those lines too. I was at that very annoying age where you're a little kid, but you're trying to impress people by pretending to act mature. And so I just put something down that I don't even remember. And that's kind of the point, because Ben here wrote something down, and when it made its way to the front, one of the deacons proceeded to read out that the thing Ben was most grateful for was mashed potatoes and gravy. So, I thought about that story for a couple reasons, mostly because I think there's a couple lessons in it. Lesson one, Alison, if he's ever feeling down, that's a quick fix. Just make him a batch of mashers and gravy, and he'll be on the road to recovery. The other one is that when that was read aloud in church, the whole congregation just busted out laughing. And I think it's something that we still all remember, at least in my family, and probably a lot of people that grew up in our church remember too. And it was a moment that I think lasts because it was a moment where somebody wasn't trying to be serious, he was just in the moment and having fun with it. And Ben and Ali, as you begin your lives together and eventually at some point start your own family together, I hope you take a moment to remember that you don't make a whole lot of memories being too responsible all the time. That's a little immaturity injected into things really livens life up and makes memories. So if you'll take a moment to all raise your glasses and toast Ben and Alison. Cheers.
Next we have the maid of honor.
And her sidekick.
And her sidekick.
Why not? All right. Well, hello, everyone. It is time for the Sisters Toast. Yes. Ben, you've never had a sister. And now you have two. How lucky are you? And it's us. For those of you who don't know who we are, I am Bethany. I am Allison's older sister.
And I'm Tracy. I'm Allison's sister-in-law. Ben, we would like to welcome you to the family. I am proud and excited to turn over the title of newest family member to you.
Yes, but enjoy it while you have it, because you only have it for 4 more months.
We decided as Allison's sisters and both former roommates of Allison, we would like to give you some important tips on life with Allison.
Go get ready. Yeah. So as many of you may or may not know, Allison's life mantra is live, laugh, love. And if you know Allison, you know this is very appropriate. However, within that fun, there are some tips we have for survival then.
Tip number 1. Everything is better with corn. Except coffee. It's great in soups, stews, salads, and stir fries. Be sure to have lots on hand. Super!
Tip number 2. Always have a beer on hand so Allison can walk around holding it, pretending to drink it.
It's classy.
Yes, and a mug filled with wine would also do.
Tip number 3. Any way to liven up a boring evening is a pantsless dance party. And be sure to put on that Britney Spears.
I just want everyone to know that that is actually exactly how it sounds, and I've never partaken in these dances. That's them.
They're really fun.
Yeah. Okay, tip number 4. Allison loves adventures. However, most adventures with Allison somehow involve a bathroom mishap of some sort. Again, this is exactly how it sounds. And it ranges from falling into or falling out of bathrooms, finding the only pay-for-use bathroom on the planet when you really need one, not having a bathroom when you really need one, and flushing the toilet paper roll holder down the toilet. Now, we're not talking about the cardboard part. We're talking about that spring-loaded part that holds it. You didn't think it could be done? Ask Allison and poor Devin, who had to remove the toilet to fish it out. Yeah. So get ready, Ben, because these are true stories that have happened globally, and that poor bathroom attendant in Malaysia is probably still hurting from the money when Allison just chucked it at her and hit her in the face. She really needed the bathroom.
I think Allison remembers that. Tip number 5. Until today, there has been 2 important dates every year for Allison. Christmas and her birthday. As soon as Christmas was over, the countdown to her birthday began. As soon as her birthday was over, the countdown to Christmas began. Now we've added date number 3. Ben, in case you haven't figured this out already, you need to take these dates as seriously as she does and never forget to get her a present.
Never.
Never. Okay. Big present.
Never. Tip number 6. Document your memories and your adventures. Allison has this really uncanny knack for remembering family events that the family wasn't actually part of. Yeah, she tells these fantastic stories of these events, and then Doug and I are always looking at each other and be like, that wasn't us. We weren't there.
Tip number 7. Okay, Ben, we know you are really superstitious. Ben will not leave the temperature at his house to 66 degrees because it's too close to certain numbers. But we have found as a fact that number 13 is actually quite lucky for you two. We figured this out last week when we were at the Sounders game.
Okay, so we're at the Sounders game. We are seated in row 113. Allison was in seat 13 of our row, and it was player number 13 on the Chicago team that scored an own goal, which turned out to be the winning goal for the Sounders.
See? Number 13. Now, Ben, we are sure as you start your journey of life with Alison that you will find many more tips for keeping Alison happy.
We love you both, and we are very excited to be part of your many adventures. And always, we just want you to remember to live, laugh, and love together. To Ben and Alison. Cheers.